Okay, who's excited?
Yes.
Our very first ladybug, we're gonna do the one with the flowers. So you have the palette that you picked out, and then there was already a palette on your table. We're gonna use the palette that was already there with the pinks and greens. For the very first step, we're gonna take the white twirly with paint color 3. And we're gonna do his little face. So you're gonna place one dot right there where the two lines meet.
The big one?
Yes, the bigger side. And then you're gonna dip again and basically walk the dots straight around following this line. Okay, on both sides. Okay, then we're gonna take the white stick with white paint from your other palette that you chose. Number 1 should be white paint. And you're gonna make 2 eyes. And then you're gonna take the smaller end of the white twirly and just give it a little nose, I don't know. Nose, I guess. Okay, now starting on the flowers, we're gonna take the yellow stick with paint color 3. And you're just gonna go around the ladybug, making clusters of 3, like this. Okay, and you're gonna put as many as you want, just all around the ladybug.
That's number 3.
Next step, we're gonna take the white twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 3, and we're just gonna make more smaller clusters of 3 around. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the white twirly bigger end again with paint color 4. And you're just gonna go around and make some green clusters. And if the white twirly bigger end is too big and you don't have enough space, use the smaller end of the white twirly. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next ladybug while we let the other one dry. So if you look closely, there's a more ovalish one and there's a more roundish one. We're gonna use the more ovalish one. Okay, so we're gonna do this little border here. So using the white twirly, bigger end with the white paint. I'm gonna place a dot, re-dip, and walk the dots. Okay, and then you're gonna use the white stick to make the eyes. And you'll also put it in that middle dot. That'll be our middle dot too, like that. Okay, so next up, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 3 in the other palette that you chose already. Okay, so we were using this one earlier with the pinks and greens, and now you're gonna switch to the color palette that you
If
chose.
you don't have pink, you just use whatever palette color.
Number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Okay, smaller end, paint color 3, and you're gonna put one dot, and then one right across from it, and then you'll try and find the middle of those two, and do like that. So kind of like a north, south, east, west. And then once you have those 4, you're gonna put one in between those, all the way around. And then also one in between those. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly smaller end with paint color 5. And we're gonna put it in between those dots, in between but above, okay? And you're gonna do every other space.
And was that the big end? Is that the
Smaller end.
smaller?
Okay, next step is very tiny. So you gotta be as precise as you can, okay? So you're gonna take the little yellow, the yellow twirly with the smaller end and paint color 2.
Oh, you mean the stick?
Okay, and you're gonna put a small dot above the dots we just did, like that. Then you'll re-dip, and you're gonna do a small drag around.
Dragging so soon.
That's number 2. So one dot and one tray. Of this color. Oh boy. All right, good luck, everybody.
Okay, next step. Are we ready? Yeah? Okay. So we're gonna use the white twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 4. And you're also gonna need the yellow twirly. So you're gonna place a dot in the middle there. And then you'll take the yellow twirly, the smaller end, and you're gonna make a little drag, a teardrop. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the pink stick with paint color 1. And we're gonna put a dot right above the teardrops.
Yours looks bigger. I guess it's because it's close up. That's what I kept thinking too.
Okay, next up we're gonna use the pink twirly with paint color 3. And we're gonna walk the dots. So using the bigger side first to make 1 dot, and then you're gonna switch to the smaller end to walk the dots around.
Hit number 3.
Yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the blue twirly with paint color 6. And you're also gonna need the pink twirly. And we're just gonna do teardrops. So you're gonna place a dot in between like that. And then using the smaller end of the pink twirly, I'm gonna drag it.
What size on the blue, the big one?
Bigger end, yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the yellow twirly smaller end with paint color 5. And you're gonna put 1 dot above the teardrop, and you're gonna redip, and you're gonna walk the dots straight out to this first dot that we did for the walking the dots.
So smaller end?
Smaller end, yes. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the pink stick with paint color number 2. And we're gonna put it above the walking the dots. So So not above the teardrops, but the other ones. Okay, next step, we're gonna use the pink twirly with paint color 4. And we're gonna walk the dots around these big ones that we just did. So using the bigger end for that first dot, and then you'll switch to the smaller end and walk the dots around. Next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 5. And we're gonna start down here, and we're gonna swoosh up.
Oh my god, those are so hard.
I'm already out of room.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly again, the smaller end, with paint color 6. And we're gonna do that again.
What everybody hates to do. The small end, you said?
Yes. Okay, so we're almost done with this ladybug. Just have a couple more steps. So we're gonna take the pink twirly and the yellow twirly. So first we're gonna use the pink twirly with the bigger end with paint color 1. And you're gonna do a small drag just straight down, like that. And then you're gonna take the yellow twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 3, and you're gonna start a little further away. So you don't wanna dip it too much into the paint, just the very tip. So you're gonna start a little further away from that first one, curve in, and then down on both sides. Start a little further, curve in towards and down like this.
Is it the low end, sorry?
Yes, the smaller end. And you don't want to dip too much in the paint because then they're gonna come out very thick and not pretty. Okay, so now you're gonna take the pink stick, and you can choose any color you want from your color palette. And you're gonna overlap the middle dot with that color, and you're gonna give the ladybug the little colorful eyeballs with that color.
Tell me what color to use. I'm bad at
Now we're gonna take the blue twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 4, and you're gonna go to these dots and overlap them. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this ladybug. We're gonna use the pink stick with paint color number 2.
Go back
And
to the original palette.
Yeah, you're gonna go back to this palette with the pinks and greens. And you're gonna give the ladybug, it's
What stick is that one?
pink stick with paint color 2. And then you're also gonna go in with your blossoms and put the dots all facing towards the center. Like that, all facing towards each other in that little cluster. Okay, so next step, we're gonna take the yellow twirly, the bigger end, with paint color 5, and we're gonna do the same things for those green clusters. Okay, so next ladybug, we're gonna use the white twirly bigger end with paint color 1 to do this little part. So you're gonna place 1 dot, redip,
Of our paint selection or the one you gave us?
the ones you guys picked.
Oh,
And then you're gonna use the big white stick with paint color 1 to give it its eyeballs. And then you're just gonna give it a little nose. Okay, so we're gonna use the white stick again with paint color 1 from our palettes for that middle dot.
number 1?
Yes, number 1. And then you're gonna take the yellow twirly smaller end with paint color 2, and you are going to put 1 dot, and then put 1 dot right across, and then here, the north, south, east, west, and then 1 in between those. And then 1 in between those. And then you're gonna take the pink twirly smaller end with paint color 4 and you're gonna place a dot in between those ones, but like above it, every single gap, just going around.
Smaller end again?
Yes. Okay, next step, you're gonna take the pink twirly bigger end with paint color 3 and do the same thing. In between but above, just going around. So that's basically all that this design is that you're getting one size bigger and just going in circles. And then you're gonna take the white twirly bigger end with paint color 5. And then you're just gonna take the bigger end of the blue twirly with paint color 6.
Which number, miss?
6. And then you're gonna take the little black stick with paint color 1.
Black.
Okay, we're gonna real quick come back to this ladybug. And you should have a little container of black paint. And you're gonna take the blue twirly, the bigger end. And with that black paint, you're just gonna give your ladybug some pupils. And then ta-da, your first ladybug is done. Okay, so back to this one. We're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 2. Next, we're gonna use the yellow stick with paint color 4. Okay, we're gonna take this yellow stick again, and you can pick any color to do the iris of the ladybug's eyes. And then you're also gonna take your yellow stick with paint color 3 and do your last row of dots around.
Paint color what? I'm sorry.
3. And we're gonna take the little black stick with paint color 1 and do another dot in the middle of those. And then using the pink twirly, the smaller end, with paint color 1, you're gonna do the same things to those smaller blossoms, flowers. And then with the blue twirly bigger end and with the black paint, you're gonna give your ladybug some pupils. And then second ladybug is done.
Okay, so where did you put the black on the green? Is that? Oh, in
Right
the
here on the eyes. And then you're also gonna do the pupils for your other ladybug. And we're all done.